Hello, I'm Elmo O'Connell-Brown. I'm with Heritage Resources LLC, and congratulations. The Village of Springville has received a New York Main Street grant, it's number 3, of $500,000. The intent of the grant is for commercial property owners to be able to apply for matching funds of up to $50,000 for their commercial building renovation projects. This is a reimbursement grant. You complete the agreed upon scope of work for your project, pay all of the project costs, it's inspected, and we send it into the state and you are reimbursed for the grant amount. No cash payments will be reimbursed, and reimbursement is usually within 30 to 45 days of when you submit your payment application. It's a really good grant program. As I said, Springville, this is their 3rd New York Main Street grant, so congratulations. Priorities for funding include improving the exterior visual appearance of buildings, commercial buildings in the target area. We have 2 target areas. The first is East Main Street in the commercial district of the village, and the other is called West End, which, as you know, is a little bit further to the west on Main Street. And it's for commercial buildings only. We would like to restore historic features on structures that will improve the appearance of them. We would like to reduce vacant storefronts, creating new businesses in the village of Springville. Another goal of the New York Main Street grant is to create new upper floor or renovate unused residential units on the 2nd floors, bringing more life downtown into the village and more people living in the village. Having a project ready to go. If you have your scope of work, you know what you'd like to do, any plans or quotes that you have. Most important is financing. As I mentioned, this is a reimbursement grant. We will have a selection committee look over the applications and make awards. And if awarded, you will then undertake your project and be responsible for paying for it in full. And then you will get the reimbursement of the grant amount that you were selected to receive. Some facts. If you have any questions about your project, my role is as grant services manager. I wrote the grant for the village and very happy that we received it. And I will be a grant administrator for the grant project. That means that I process all the paperwork and make things move smoothly. If you have any questions, please give me a call. I have put my email and my phone number in the chat box for you. And it's also available from the village, but it's Elma Brown, Heritage Resources, LLC. The grant funds commercial properties in the target area. What's eligible? Exterior facade improvements for commercial properties, storefront systems, new glass and doors in case yours are very old and not working. If they are historic, we would like to see them restored. There are some really nice copper storefronts, good historic wood doors, and those can be restored. Signage for your business, lighting, painting, as well as interior improvements. Sorry, no site or landscaping is funded. Interior improvements, if you have a commercial building and the finishes need to be updated, if your systems need to be upgraded, and with old buildings, we all have old electrical systems and plumbing, HVAC, updating those would be an eligible project. You do need to do something substantial on the facade of the business. The intent of the grant is, of course, to make the commercial district look better, to make your building look better. So we will consider interior improvements, but there must be some work on the exterior. The proposed work must be in compliance with the village design guidelines. These are available on the village website. I can also send those to you. The East Main Street area is both a National Register Historic District and a local historic district. The village does have design guidelines. What that means is they want to make sure that you take care of your historic property appropriately and use the appropriate materials and repairs to your building. Your project will also be reviewed by the State Historic Preservation Office because we are using state funds. So as I mentioned, quality and appropriate materials used. For example, no vinyl replacement windows are funded. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm very well versed on what is eligible and what is not. The building renovations, it is a maximum reimbursement of up to $50,000. And it is a matching grant. For the work, you will obtain 2 competitive bids for the work from insured contractors. I have a list of contractors that we have worked with on these type of facade projects. There is also a list from the village of contractors they typically see working in the village that have their insurance in line with the village. There is not a requirement for prevailing wages, and there is a requirement for minority and women-owned business enterprises. I will be assisting with that solicitation to MWBE firms in the hopes that we will get them to work on some of the projects in the village of Springville. If you have contractors that you've been working with, I will gladly take their names, and we would love to see a bid from them if they are insured and have experience. The contractor bids have to include all of the materials. I'm sorry, you can't do your own work. This has to be done by a contractor, and they will include all the materials and labor, and those are the projects that we will reimburse. All bids are submitted to me, and I review them. Make sure they're apples to apples, make sure that you are getting the product that you are thinking you're getting, and making sure that it's a good deal for you. You may use your own design consultant. If you have an architect that is working with you already on a design, I will be happy to work with them. Their soft costs can be part of the funding that you receive. It cannot be in excess of the $50,000, but you can use your own design consultant. Big one, because the state is funding investment into your building. There is a property declaration that gets filed with Erie County Clerk that says that you will maintain the property improvements that the state funded for 5 years. I know you will. Next steps. So we have just started this. We were awarded the grant, and for our next steps is for you to submit an application. It's a very simple 2-page application. I'm going to have it on the website. It will be available at the Village Hall. It'll be on the Village Hall website, and a letter of financial commitment. As I mentioned, that this is a reimbursement grant. You do need to pay for the project up front, and then you'll be reimbursed whatever amount you are awarded if you're selected for an award. We might have to have that letter that you understand that that is a reimbursement grant, and let us know what your form of commitment is. Is it your own funds? Do you have a line of credit? Do you have a bank loan, construction loan? Please let us know what that is. If you can provide a letter from your bank branch manager or a statement, that would be very helpful for your application. Again, the grant applications are going to be due on March 20th by 4 p.m. to the Village Hall. You can also submit them online. No problem with that. After that is done, we are going to have a selection committee that I will be working with. We will review all of the applications, all of the scopes of work, and select projects that best fill the intent of the grant, which is to make the Village of Springville Commercial District look more pleasing, make your building look more pleasing, attract more visitors to your businesses. That is it in a nutshell. Any questions, please call me, Elma Brown, Heritage Resources, 716-830-6076. You can also reach me through the Village Hall if you have any questions, but I'm here to help you and make this an easy process. So we need applications filled out and submitted by March 20th, 4 p.m. Thank you so much for your time. Again, if you have any questions, please give me a call. Thank you.